What's his name then?
No.
Null has been a topic of discussion among Marvel fans since appearing in the trailer for Venom: The Last Dance. The third Venom movie will feature the supervillain's hunt for his creations, including Venom. Today, let's get into who Null is and what fans can expect. Null is an ancient god of darkness. Created by writer Donny Cates and artist Ryan Stegman, Null first appeared in the Venom comics in 2018 and soon became an enemy to several Marvel heroes. Most notably, he's the main antagonist in the 2021 event King in Black, fighting Venom, the Avengers, the X-Men, and the Sentry. His background is connected to the Celestials, primordial cosmic beings who created the current multiverse. As gods of light and creation, the Celestials disrupted Null's realm of darkness after the end of the 6th cosmos and before the creation of the 7th. The Celestials recruited Null to be the King in Black, a cosmic caretaker to counterpart the Beyonders. However, Null rejected the responsibility of being the King in Black. He not only challenged the Celestials' orders, but used the Living Abyss to create the All-Black, or the Necrosword, which is the first symbiote ever made. He first pulled a blade out of his own shadow, then decapitated a Celestial, and used his head to finish the forging process, declaring war against the light to return the universe to the void. Although Null is extremely powerful and the creation of the first symbiote made an impact, his goal was never easy. He was a feared figure of terror, but eventually had his Necrosword stolen by Gore the God Butcher and became stranded on a nameless planet. There, he spent some time experimenting with the Living Abyss. One day, Null discovered he could control a hive mind of beings who bond with other beings, creating a web of body-snatching symbiotes he called the Hive. Forming an army of symbiote dragons, Null managed to free himself and conquer worlds. He then created his own planet, Throne World, to serve as the center of his growing empire. However, when Thor destroyed Null's symbiote dragons that attacked Earth, the God of Thunder cut the hive mind connections between the symbiotes and Null, freeing them from most of the crushing influence of their creator. The symbiotes started bonding with humans and rebelled against Null, imprisoning him at the core of his throne world, which they call Clintar, meaning cage. The introduction of Null at this point in the Venom trilogy is ambitious. After the underwhelming adaptation of Carnage in the second movie, Sony may have considered that only turning Patrick Mulligan into the Toxin would not be enough for the third. The trailer reveals that Null will be involved with the coming of Xenophages to Earth, aliens who will hunt down the rogue symbiotes. Xenophage are a feral alien species that first appeared in Marvel Comics long before Null existed. They were introduced as antagonists to Venom in the 1996 series Venom the Hunted, being natural predators of the symbiotes. They particularly love eating the brains of symbiote hosts. We'll have to wait and watch Venom: The Last Dance to find out what exactly is Null's connection to the Xenophage in the movie, and when he will come to Earth himself. Null's evil personality is one of the main reasons why he is such a beloved villain. He not only took out entire planets and decapitated a Celestial, but he did so with a big smile on his face. Much of Null's power comes from his metaphysical link to the undead corpse of the Celestial he decapitated and used to refine the Necrosword. By manipulating the Living Abyss, Null created several different kinds of beings. Apart from the All-Black and the symbiote dragons, he also made other entities similar to symbiotes like Mr. E, Exelon, and the Void Knight. As the god of the symbiotes, Null still holds some influence on them, even while locked away in a distant planet. At the center of their hive mind, which is severely weakened at the moment but ever present, Null is the one responsible for the symbiotes' uncontrollable hunger for brains. In his full glory, Null's influence on the hive mind is so great that he is able to remote control symbiotes. In addition to all his superhuman abilities, Null has no need for food or water as a god. He can also shapeshift, regenerate, fly, and even manipulate the universe's time stream. But naturally, he also has weaknesses. Null is vulnerable to various powers wielded by cosmic entities and deities, which he calls the Light. And when he's remote piloting symbiotes, his hive mind can be infiltrated and damaged from within. The inclusion of Null in Venom: The Last Dance marks a bold step for Sony's Venom franchise. This ambitious move aligns with the trajectory of expanding the SSU, building on the lore of the symbiotes and revealing their origin in the universe. The introduction of Null offers the perfect opportunity to breathe new life, or anti-life, into the trilogy. Null's connection to the Celestials, his rejection of the King in Black's role, and his creation of the first symbiotes through the Necrosword weave a deep and intricate backstory that sets the stage for a cosmic battle. In fact, Null is arguably a bigger cosmic threat than Thanos, which is leading fans to wonder whether he might cross over to the Marvel Cinematic Universe in the future. His apparent hunt for Venom and others of his creations mirrors his comic storyline, as he seeks to regain control of the creatures that once served him. The addition of the Xenophage, alien predators targeting symbiotes and their human hosts, adds a further layer of intrigue and danger to the plot of the upcoming film. His manipulation of the living abyss and his ability to control symbiotes through a hive mind will certainly demonstrate the magnitude of his threat in Venom: The Last Dance, even if he only comes to Earth in a future Spider-Man movie. The dynamic between Null and Venom will likely showcase a battle of wills, as Venom fights to remain free from his creator's influence, shifting the focus away from Eddie's struggles to contain Venom and their misunderstandings from the previous movies. The duo will now appreciate each other like never before as they fight Null's control over them. According to fans, Null's arrival should impact the broader Marvel Cinematic Multiverse. With his links to the Celestials and several other important characters, Null has the potential to expand Sony's reach and pave the way for crossover events with the MCU proper. In Venom: The Last Dance, Null's ruthless personality could make him a captivating villain to watch. As the movie builds toward an inevitable confrontation, Eddie will need to fight not just for Venom's freedom, but for the fate of all symbiotes. In conclusion, Null's introduction into the Venom films definitely raises the stakes higher than they have ever been. It also brings a fresh direction to the Venom franchise, expanding on the lore behind the symbiotes. He is one of the most powerful cosmic threats in Marvel Comics, and fans are excited to watch his quest to regain his lost status, which could be further explored in other movies. Whether this really leads to future battles involving Null or opens doors to larger MCU tie-ins with Venom and Eddie, one thing is certain: Null is a villain like no other.
Eddie, I'm with you to the end. The time has come.
Do you think Null is coming to stay and will appear in other projects in the future? Let us know in the comments below. Until next time, thanks for watching CBR.